Hello everybody and welcome back to the channel. Now, we have a lot of news to talk about today, so let's jump into it. First off, the Black Widow movie is our first topic, and what a topic. Because the Black Widow movie actually exceeded its expectations. It exceeded its box office expectations. Now, why not? Because you know why? We're able to go back to the movies again. We're able to go and see a movie at the movie theater. Therefore, Marvel needs to up its game. All movies need to up its game. Right now, we saw a resurgence in movies, and we saw that basically the highest rated movie of 2020 so far was The Fast and the Furious. Oh, well, maybe not anymore, because Black Widow just came out and in its opening day did amazing. Now, it is not the best Marvel movie out there. I saw it, I can say this, but it is by far not the worst. I actually enjoyed some of the choices they made, and I understand some of the choices they made. Some I don't understand, but I'm going with it because Marvel Cinematic Universe has never been exactly like Marvel Comics. It's kind of like when you do a remake of a serial killer movie and you make the serial killer a different person. Why? So the audience won't know who the killer is. You know, it's that aspect of it. Sometimes you want to change things up. And this movie does that, and it does it in an okay way. I never sat there and said, why did they make this movie? I didn't say, oh my god, this movie's gonna suck. I went in with an open mind, and I thoroughly enjoyed it. It is not the best, but it is by far not the worst. If you have seen the movie, drop me a line. Let me know what you thought of it, because I really want to know in the comments what you thought of it. That brings us to our second topic of the day. And our second topic of the day is Britney Spears. So Britney Spears is apparently getting herself another lawyer. And why not? Britney and her conservatorship situation has become really newsworthy. I mean, it has brought attention to abuse of people where you just take over their lives and say you can't even do this when they have the right mind to do so themselves, when they are able to actually act and think for themselves. It becomes a real issue. If the person is incompetent, if they are unable to make decisions on their own, that is why we have conservatorships. In cases like Britney's, that may not be the case. She has not shown herself to be completely incompetent. She's done some crazy things. She's done some eccentric things over time. But then I ask you, what celebrity has not done eccentric things? So, Free Britney movement, is a really big thing right now. And I can kind of see it. And if getting this new lawyer proves her competence, if this new lawyer can prove that she is able to take care of herself, I am all for that. Now, that brings us to our next topic, which is Richard Branson. Richard Branson has successfully completed his space flight. He was up in space for just a little bit before coming crashing down. And by crashing down, I mean it went fairly well. There are a lot of people that are disappointed. I get where the disappointment is coming from. You expected more. You expected it to be great. However, Elon Musk didn't make a thing where people could potentially one day go up into space as a tour. Richard Branson has been trying for this, and he actually succeeded in making it up in space. And even if it was only for a couple minutes. The hope is now alive that he can do this, that he can make this work. So Star Trek, Star Wars, um, all these fandoms that you have where life exists on other planets, where people are traveling through space. Those types of things are now very close to being true. And who knows, maybe one day, me and Miko will be taking a walk on Mars. What do you think? Would you like that? So, I'm proud of Richard Branson's accomplishment here. In fact, I heard something funny, and I'm not sure if it's true. I actually heard that Elon Musk bought a ticket for a future flight of Richard Branson's space exploration tours. So, you can take that with a grain of salt because, like I said, I'm not sure it's true. It's just something I've heard. And if so, how funny is that? Now, our last topic today is a bit more complicated. So, what's our last topic of the day? Well, it's a bit sensitive. It's the Drake Bell situation. And if you don't know who Drake Bell is, he was an actor on a bunch of Nickelodeon shows. He played the live action version of Timmy Turner in a Timmy Turner movie. Timmy Turner being Timmy Turner from Fairly Odd Parents. Now, I know it's a bit crazy, but Nickelodeon and its stars are a part of a certain element of fandom, so they do qualify as news here, of course. Now, the reason I say this is a sensitive topic is that Drake Bell has been accused of child endangerment. Now, the funny thing, and it's not funny, but he's been accused of child endangerment. And he came out and actually said that he accepts the plea of guilty of this charge, that he actually did do this, and that he finds himself to be guilty of it, says a lot. If he had sat there and fought and said, I did not do this, or this is not who I am, it would be another thing altogether, but he didn't do that. He apparently has pled guilty. And his charge, 2 years probation. Slap on the wrist as far as I'm concerned, because he should have gotten a lot more. The fact of the matter is that people like him getting away with this is a bad thing. These are people that are idols to your small children, and now we have to watch as he actually is accused of endangering them. And let's be clear about what endangering means here, because when I think endangering, it means, like endangering the lives of a child. I don't think of it as grooming and as sexual acts towards a child. I think of that sort of thing as being a lot more than just endangerment. Now, the thing of it is, she said that he had been grooming her since she was 12 years old. Since she was 12 years old, he was grooming her. And then, all of a sudden, when she turned 15, it got more sexual. The texts got more graphic. They had begun talking back and forth. She went to a concert where he then proceeded to take her innocence. That's not child endangerment to me. I have no respect for people who use their power and their reputation and their idol, if you will, to do this type of thing. I have no respect whatsoever for the people who do that. Now, before I could go on about that for a little while, but we're not going to because I don't believe he deserves the time of day. So therefore, we're going to talk about our last topic of the day, which is this channel. And about this channel. So, as you may have noticed, I didn't do a video this earlier last week or late last week. I only did one video last week. This is the second time I've done this experiment. It does no good to do just one video a week. I've heard conflicting reports. I've been watching some YouTube startup channels that recommend you do one a week. I've also watched some that say you do 2 a week. I've watched some that say you should do as many as you can. I find that you do what you're comfortable with works because honestly, you can listen to all these opinions. And content at the end of the day matters, and maybe our content isn't yet up to being the best content in the world. But we're trying, and we're gonna make this channel great. We're gonna make this channel fun, and we're gonna see what we can do to up the videos each time, to make them better as we go along. So if you want to be with us on this journey as we talk about all things fandom, you know what to do. Go ahead and hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, hit that little notification bell so you know when we do our next video. And in the meantime, me and Miko want you to know that at the end of the day, fandom is family.